Hello, everyone. I'm Mitsu Yamamoto, Managing Director of Japan Technology Group. I'm very glad to join this event as one of the keynote speakers. Today, I'd like to speak about collaboration opportunities in Japan. Actually, there are full of opportunity in Japan for the companies and institutions who are seeking for new technologies, especially from outside. Let's get started. Japan's research level is still one of the highest in the world. As you can see, we are still number 3 in the world after US and China in terms of R&D expenses and the number of researchers, as well as the number of patent applications. In recent years, despite the issue such as economic stagnation and rapid aging, Japan still maintained its position as an innovation powerhouse. On the other hand, the current issue in research and development in Japan is how to turn that output into the result, means outcome. According to OECD data, Japan's innovation implementation rate is only 62%, which is considerably lower than that of Germany, 94%, Italy, 85%, and others among G7 countries. Japan's strength in the past was a vertically integrated model centered on in-house production, as seen in automobile and consumer electronics industries. Japan's current challenges is to lag behind in the transition from traditional model to a more knowledge-intensive, more open innovation ecosystem. However, the meaning of this issue actually indicates the possibility that there are still excellent technologies and intellectual properties that have not been utilized. In addition, the government of Japan is a large-scale project being launched one after another to build a strategic innovation ecosystem, in addition to the ongoing strategy to raise the level of basic research in order to maintain and improve its position as a technology-based country. For example, the Strategic Innovation Promotion Program, led by the Cabinet Office, aims to strategically and strongly promote science and technology innovation with a view to basic research, practical application, and commercialization. Specifically, since 2015, with an annual budget of more than $6 billion, funding and human resource development support that connects basic research to practical application, including investment in R&D funds and gap funds, has been provided. Through these joint efforts by the government and the private sector, an environment is being created to improve R&D capabilities from basic research to applied research and development, and to facilitate the transition to the process from demonstration to commercialization. To this end, funding, human resources, and system development are being strategically implemented. In this way, Japan is one of the world's leading innovation powers, but it is filled with many technologies and intellectual properties that have not yet been commercialized. Moreover, various subsidies and supports from the Japanese government have been provided for the current problem that research and development are difficult to lead to outcomes, and the environment is being set up to actively utilize excellent unused technologies and intellectual properties. This is actually a great opportunity for companies that promote open innovation that want to reach Japanese technologies, as well as academic institutions that seek collaboration with Japanese companies. So why is it difficult for R&D to produce outcomes in Japan? As a hint to find out the cause, let's take a look at the data surveyed by the Cabinet Office of the Japanese government. From the perspective of an overseas companies, it looks like this. When analyzed in 3 stages, initial approach, interest evaluation, and execution. First, at the initial approach stage, the information sent by companies is not properly transmitted to Japanese researchers and companies. Even if you are interested in technology or research, it is difficult to access the appropriate contact points for Japanese institutions. This is actually in line with my own experience as a technology transfer consultant. Next, if you go on one step further and move to the stage of interest and evaluation, you can see that the lack of communication skills on the Japanese side is an issue in the evaluation process. Finally, even when the evaluation is completed successfully and the contract stage is entered, you can see that there are still problems unique to Japan. The problem on the Japanese side that is not able to meet a global standard in technology transfer, such as a requirement for contract conditions unique to Japan. In this way, it can be that the difficulty of accessing Japanese institutions from outside is due to the lack of communication ability in the Japanese side and its unique business customs. As I mentioned at the beginning, Japan, which is an innovation powerhouse, but has a high possibility that unused technologies are still asleep, is in an attractive situation for companies promoting open innovation. However, when you actually try to access it from the outside, you can see the reality that barriers listed here were standing up. So, what's the solution? I believe that Dr. Henry Chesbrow's words have a hint. Quote, one of the solutions to the challenges of open innovation is an innovation mediator, quote. An innovation mediator is an entity who supports open innovation activities by standing between the technology providers and the technology seekers. And the mediator is an entity has already built a wide range of networks that are the key to the success of open innovation. Entity has communication skills to overcome language and cultural barriers, and also has professional skills to ensure that actual business is carried out. For example, Japan Technology Group, JTG, have an extensive Japanese network for over 100 university and research institutions in Japan, over 200 startup communities, over 600 industrial network, over 2,000 of innovation professionals. In addition, all Japanese English bilingual staff are lawyers, patent attorneys, technical experts from various areas, and a group of international business development and marketing professionals. We, JTG, function as a gateway to Japan, specifically as a technologies scouting service. We search and explore technologies and partners, identify collaboration opportunities, and support the actual project from launch to completion. We also provide professional services necessary to carry out the project, such as legal support, market research, competitive analysis, and so on. We will be acting like a true mediator for you to access Japanese innovation successfully. If you have an interest in JTG, please check the website or email me directly. Thank you so much and have a productive day throughout the event.